Does that light help you, or is that okay?
That's fine. You got anything? Andy, Matt Strahm tonight had base runners on all day long. Good job on his part to Strahm and keep the game close.
Yeah, I think he threw the ball well. It's a good lineup he's facing. It's two tough luck runs, really, when you think about it. It's a little squibber to third base that barely beats out, and then a play at second base they barely beat out, and then a flare down the line. And with the pitchers he's facing, probably not the best at finishing off Maeda, obviously. Like, probably could have gone to the secondary and said, keeping trying to pump fastballs by him. Outside of that, though, Matt was great. Gave us a real opportunity to win. Mixed well, kept them off balance. Could have easily had 0 runs through 5 right there. And if he does that, if we make those little squibber plays, then you look up and he's in the 6th or the 7th. He threw the ball well.
Maeda tonight, obviously, had you guys hamstrung, but fastballs and sliders on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been tough on right-handed hitters. We have a lot of right-handed hitters right now. So our guys, some of those pitches just off the edge, and when you start getting those calls, he becomes really, really tough. That slider gets walked out further and further. And, he's been really good at getting righties out for a long time, and it's a challenge for us to run into guys like that.
What can you do to better combat that in the future? Like going into a game when you know a guy's really good against righties?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is like the injuries we've had. We're missing a couple guys who would clearly be in the lineup, and Jankowski and Cordero against Maeda, and then that skews us to 6 lefties in the lineup, and then you're in a much better position to combat him. And then you got some righties like Machado that hang in really well. He's tough on righties, always has been. So I think for us, when he gets that pitch off the plate away, and there were some pitches right there off the plate, he becomes all the more tougher. And, today he didn't really challenge us inside. I think on occasion he does challenge us inside. Threw one pitch into Fran Mill, punched him out in the first inning, and then when he realized he had that corner however he wanted it, he just kept walking it further and further out there.
What could your hitters have done better? Now that you seem like it was the best night by any stretch.
No, it's not a good night. I think there's got to be battle and grind of the at-bat and ability just to have some early count contact against him on the fastball away. That's the one pitch you really have a chance to hit. The sliders that are off the plate, they're not going to get hit. So when you see spin out there, you got to shut down. But it's not that easy against good pitchers. There's a reason he's done really well against righties. They've used him situationally against righties in the playoffs, and he's flourished in that type of role.
How frustrating is it when this team, they can pound you, and then your pitcher throws like he does, and they get the tough luck runs?
It's part of it. Matt did well today. Those were 3 really soft hits that brought those runs in today, and that's baseball sometimes. Sometimes it plays out that way. You hit the ball on the screws, you don't get a hit, and it happens the other way for you from time to time too.
Any thought to using Dickerson in the 8th against Baez?
Yeah, I mean, we had to make the choice of Alexander on the mound, who we wanted to use at that point in time. So we could have hit for Margot. It would have been our one choice right there. But, if we put Dickerson in at that time when Alexander's in the game, then Alexander stays in the game.
Andy, the argument with the umpire in the 5th inning, what was that about, and what was the result?
Obviously, Kinsler got ejected. Just about that pitch on the outside corner we were talking about all night long.
So Kinsler was barking about the balls and strikes.
I think you heard it from a number of us, myself included, and, he picked his target.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate your time. Check. All right, Matt, real quick, your thoughts about the outing. And I know there's a couple of tough luck runs, but how did you feel about the outing?
That's baseball. Ball not going to go your way sometimes, but that's a hell of a lineup they have over there. And, just had a battle. You just kind of got to tip your cap and move on.
Yeah. Did you feel okay about your stuff?
Yeah, stuff felt good. Kind of got my fastball velocity back there a little bit. Just working with Alan there, first time working with him, just think a little more. Just everything felt good. And again, just you got to tip your cap to that lineup.
Yeah. Tell me your thoughts about Kinsler getting ejected. What did you hear, and why was he ejected? Barking, griping about the balls and strikes?
Well, I was right there on deck, and that's what they were talking about. And then he asked him if they were good. He said, "Yep," and then tossed them. So I don't know what that was all about. Just answering the umpire's question, and so that's that.
Was it a justified ejection?
I'll go no comment on that.
Okay. I think that's all I need. I
Yeah.
appreciate your time.
Yep, no problem.